the Tamiya Wild Dagger makes its channel debut. Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. Boom! Channel debut for the Tamiya Wild Dagger. What can I tell you about this buggy? Absolutely nothing. This is one of those Tamiya buggies that I knew of, but don't really know too much about it. So it's called the Tamiya Wild Dagger. It came out in 1999 on part number 58231. And it's something I never ever wanted, if I'm honest. And we'll go into that later, mainly how it looks. But it's one of those ridiculous things that happens to me all the time. First time I've seen one in the flesh, and I'm like, this is pretty awesome. It's big, it's chunky, and it's got a great truck body on it as well. So I've just picked this one up from a local selling group. It's absolutely brand new built. Although the speed controller does look like it's been used, but I am just wondering if that's just when they kind of set it up and it's arced a little bit because it's not been set right. Don't know. Chassis is brand new, tyres are new. It's obviously, this is an original. This has never been re-read. Also got its original decals, which is mega cool. It's got the chrome ones that go on certain areas of the thing. We've got the window masks, so that is mega cool. So what can I tell you about it? So this is the WR01 chassis, and the very first type of that chassis. They did other trucks on there, Twin Detonator, Mighty Bull or something, and a few others I believe. All very similar, but this was the original and first one. So it's a four-wheel drive monster truck, but it has two motors. So it's four-wheel drive, but it's done in the style of a clodbuster, where it's one motor per gearbox, so you don't have any sort of drivetrain down the middle. There's no prop shafts or belt or anything like that. Now I've just ordered a bearing set for it, and there's 20 odd bearings in there, so there's a fair bit to this. Now, as I say, it's new built, but I need to do some work on it. There's a nasty noise on the front gearbox when I spin. Hopefully you'll hear it. Now you can't hear it because it's working. Hear that? Something's not right. So I'm hoping that when I have to drop the gearboxes out to ball race them, I'll be able to fix that, and it's not going to be some major thing. I mean, it's a diff unit, so I don't know. What I should do really is drop it out and do it and see if I need to order any bits for it. But we'll see. I say the bearing set's going to be a couple of weeks away yet. So before we have a look at the chassis, what else is there? So I believe this is only Tamiya's second four-wheel drive monster truck after the clodbuster, and obviously they've copied the clodbuster design, as in dual motor. Now this is a very Marmite car for me. People either love it or they just don't like it, which I suppose is like a few Tamiya cars. Now, I don't know what the purpose of this was, and what I'm about to tell you is just stuff I've read recently. Tamiya's description of it is like this almost high-speed monster truck that's got this sort of new setup and geometry, and you know, they're basically saying it'll handle way better than your Monster Beetles and Blackfoots and things like that. And obviously it's four-wheel drive, so it will. But it's the fact that it's saying high speed. I've read other things that say this particular gearbox has a very, very low ratio, so you can't make it quick. So I don't know which one's correct. I must admit, my gut feeling about it was this almost a very early attempt at like a crawler as such, where it didn't have a lot of top end, but it was really powerful, and you know, you get up pretty steep hills and stuff. I don't know what the actual purpose is, but I'm mega excited to get it running. So let's get this shell off, and we'll bring a camera over and I'll show you this gearbox, because if you've not this chassis, sorry, because if you've not seen this car, it's different. So as you can see, it's a big hunk of truck. Obviously it's running the Tamiya Monster Beetle tyres. It's got some pretty unique wheels in the design. It runs friction shocks, which I was quite surprised at. And as I say, it's dual motor. So let's whiz this shell off. Look at this thing. Right, I think what I'll do is I'll pick the camera up so we can see this. So, yeah, it's pretty involved, isn't it? So as you can see, friction shocks, front and back, and it's just identical. That's the sort of design of wheel I was talking about, which I think looks pretty cool. And then this is your chassis. So you basically got a huge centre section, steering servo here, receiver, dual manual speed controller, and then you've got your servo for your speed controller there. And then basically if you cut the car in half, as it were, this motor runs this front gearbox, and obviously on the other side you've got your other motor for the rear gearbox. So it's basically just two big sort of gearboxes bolted together. See if I can show you like that, so you can see the two motors. There you go. It's got a balloon which is in a bit of a sorry state, but looks like I'll be able to use it, which is cool. So as you can see, it's I've got to be careful when I roll it around because I don't want to make that front end any worse. So as I say, it doesn't have much travel on the shocks at all. That's it. Those front ones are terrible. They need taking off. Oh god. The back one is a little bit more how it should be. A bit more springy. Now there's an interesting thing about this that I've been sort of looking at. It seems that a lot of guys, and I don't know if this was an original option by Tamiya at the time, but they put a higher shock tower on front and back, so they can put longer shocks on, which gives the suspension much more movement. That seems to be like quite a big add-on that they do, hop up I should say. I'm not going to get carried away, but there's a lot of alloy, aftermarket alloy you can buy for this. You can buy the main arms, the upper arms, and the shock towers. As I say, the extended shock tower, so I could put some larger shocks on, and obviously the wheel hubs and the steering hub. But that would be quite expensive to do. But I am kind of wondering, is it something I need to do just to make it a little bit different? Apparently, I've not seen any for sale, but I've seen pictures on Google. They did the whole chassis in an alloy. Now, again, I don't think that was Tamiya. It was an aftermarket, but if you can imagine it, it was full alloy. Quite a beast. So that's basically what that looks like. I'll tell you what, I'll just show you quickly. I'll show you the decals because they're pretty nice. Because next up I want to talk about the spray paint job that I'm going to do. They're really cool. Don't know if you've noticed, but Dick's EPEC, that's cool. First seen on the big wig. So what's the plan, I hear you say? Well, my initial thoughts are, as I said, I've ordered the full bearing kit for it. I've got a transmitter for it, which is a really cool Futaba Magnum Sport, which is cool because that's a transmitter I used to use, or I used for about a year when I was racing 110 touring car, late 90s, possibly around maybe 2000. Great little transmitter, good radio gear to be honest. Anyway, so it is ready to run. But obviously I've got to fix this front gearbox and see what's going on. But once I've done that and it's fully ball raced, that's and sort those shocks out, that's the chassis done. That brings us onto the body shell. Now it's still got a protective film on it. The film's got a bit of yellowing on it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to scrub up. Now, here's the thing. I'm a box art man and always have been. Pretty much always will be. But there's a few Tamiya box arts that I don't really like. This is one of them. So if you see the pictures, if you look at the sort of box art picture, it's actually PS16, the main colour. Now that's the Metallica Vanti Blue, which is a fantastic colour, you know. But for me, don't quite work on this truck. The bed of the truck is black, so, you know, it's two colours, but the rest, it's got a little bit of chrome, as I showed you bit of chrome that goes on, I'm not too sure where, but it goes somewhere. But right now, as we speak, I don't think I'm going to go box art with this. And there's a colour that's really shouting out at me, and it's yellow. Now, I've only found one picture of one of these in yellow, and it's not the best picture, but it works for me. It really does. And the green, yellow, and the gold decals really work with yellow. So I'm probably 90% sure as we speak right now that this is going to be yellow. Black bed, and I may fit some other colour on it somewhere, not 100% sure. Only thing I don't know when we go yellow is if the wheels will work. My gut feeling was take the wheels off and spray them silver, with some like Tamiya PS silver, and then with a lacquer coat over them, and then glue the tyres to the wheels. And then I thought maybe because it's a yellow truck it wants yellow wheels, and I could spray them like that. But then I'm thinking you could just buy a set of Monster Beetle wheels, although the yellow wouldn't be matching. I do like it matching, so I'm not really sure. I think the best thing to do on that is, because we can paint the wheels quite quickly, is get the shell finished, get it all done, decaled up, and then we can have a look from there. So let me know in comments what you think about that yellow colour. I personally think it's going to work. And then we're going to get it out ragging. Now, as we stand, when I'm making this video, it's coming up on the, I think we're on about the 19th of January when I make it, as of today. Now, obviously, my videos are not in real time, so the snow's here big time. So this is one that I really kind of want to rush through and get it out in the snow, because I think it'll be awesome. Yeah, I just think it's going to be one of the best fun trucks to run, and also I don't know what to expect with it. It's completely different from anything I've had before. I've had clodbusters, but I've never run one. Well, I ran one on the drive once, but that was it. But you know, I've never had one of these sort of ricking around. And just on that, obviously I don't know how quick this is going to be. I'm not expecting it to be quick at all, but because it's because of the system, the gear ratios, and it's only on 540s. Obviously I will run it on 2S and we'll see how it runs, but we have always got the option of putting a 3S in it with a standard 540s, just to give it a little bit more oomph. I'm pretty sure the manual speed controller and resistor would handle 3S, but I may be wrong. I will check that before I do that, because I don't want to blow the resistor up. The alternative, if I want to do that, is buy a dual electronic speed controller, but I don't particularly want to do that. I kind of want to run it how it was. Anyway, I digress. I'm sure 2S will be enough for this. So leave in the comments, guys, what you think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? You know, I'll be very interested to hear, especially if you've got one and you've ran one. I'm really curious to see. Anyway, I'll shut up. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. It's really appreciated. If you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing. And if you do that, smash that notification buzzer for our weekly videos. And as always, guys, the most important thing is happy RCing.